Hello, Bame Farm fans. Well, we're not sponsored for anything. I had to get something fun for Christmas to try out. Huh. Wireless LED trailer lights. Now, I don't have a big long haul coming up, but we do pull plenty of wagons around close by. So let's open up a table and take a look what's going on here. These are thoroughly unbranded, and it's take your best pick of which one's on Amazon, because, you know, I don't know, the brand is a bunch of letters that don't make sense for a word, but here we are. I'll open the box. Now I'm gonna say I already cheated, and I've opened this before. They claim a range of 30 meters, that's 100 feet, and for all us Freedom Unit users, it says they turn, brake, running lights. They're magnetic. Well, that's how they're wireless. And they claim 10 hours of runtime. That's one thing I cannot test right now. I can test the range. Let's see. Nobody puts a brand name on anything because whatever factory in China that makes all these makes them for everybody. I found out there's a whole bunch of manufacturers of these things. There's a lot of different brands, and they pretty much seem to come from one manufacturer besides a different lens on them. This one was the cheapest at about $40 for the set. The one thing it does lack is it does not have a 4-pin, it's just a 7-pin. Some of them did have 4-pin options, which really only makes a difference if I'm using the Ranger over there, but sometimes I bump you wagons with it. So inside the box, obviously we have the plug, a charger that's set up with 2 USB-C ends. Yes, that's convenient. This would just be great to keep in the truck to charge multiple phones at once. And there is a, plug-in. There's a lighter plug right here. Let's see, this is very important. Safety cables. Those go on the back of the light. And here's the light. Guess we can go ahead and peel the safety sticker off. Guess I'm stuck with these things now. That's what they look like. I did charge them already. They have a charging port right there. You gotta pull that little plug cover off. And there's the power button. There were multiple styles, and some of them you had to take the light apart to get to the charging plug and the power button, which seemed like a lot of plastic that would break. There's, I don't know if you can see through the felt here, the felt covering. Some of the reviews didn't like that so much because they think the felt is glued to the backing and the magnets are glued to the felt, such that the magnets are not attached to the metal there. But we'll see how they last. These will get used a lot. But these magnets are very strong. Who wants to see? Yeah. I'm pretty happy with that. Now that they put these safety clips in there, and I guess we just kind of loop them through some of the gaps there. This is the right. Wrong side, that's the right. Other left. I'm not left-handed, but I'm looking left-handed. And this is the left-hand side. We'll press the power button. Okay, press and hold. Who reads the directions on these things? I've got to light up the bottom. Maybe they need to pair themselves. Press and hold again. Did a whole lot of nothing. Let's read the directions. Oh yeah, lots of testing. Press the switch once and the power indicator will flash, then press and hold the switch for 5 seconds and the license plate lamp starts to operate. Well, I got the license plate lamp, that wasn't what I wanted. How do we turn it off? Press and hold, okay, that's off. Okay, one button press. Okay, that says we have charge. Okay, we're gonna dive underneath here and find our 7-way plug. Well, I thought we may have had a problem. I went to the troubleshooting, because the first time I turned these on inside and plugged them in to charge, they were blinking like crazy, doing all sorts of wild stuff. But they seemed to have connected. I thought they would do something like a bit more of a light show to say they connected, but they didn't. But if we press the brake pedal, bam. Running lights are down low. Now that must be the left side. Ah, yes, there's an L. That is the left. So we have these backwards. We'll go tradesies, and here goes the right. And we're pressing the brake at the same time. And we're going to turn the running lights on. So some lights are set up to get brighter on top of, say, a brake light with the turn signal, but there's something. People will know that something is happening back behind wherever. Now let's go test our range. I say 100 feet. I don't know how far away that is, but let's go for a walk. This isn't the side of the wagon I'll be pulling, but we'll be able to see them from the truck when we hit the signals to see if they actually work, and we're going to back way up and just keep walking and walking and walking. So I made that way more complicated than it needed to be. I figured there would be something you'd have to do to show that they would pair besides hitting the brake pedal. So that's simple enough. As long as the plug works, we're good. Okay, we're going to turn on running lights. Oh, yeah. Turned them off. Right turn signal. That was the left turn signal. I'm dyslexic at that sometimes because I know we're flipped around watching it there. And that is right turn signal, which, well, like I said, they're flipped to how the truck would be because they need to flip them around. So technically that is correct how I placed them. And we might as well hit the brake pedal. Watch the flashing way far away. Well, ta-da! We'll set the camera up closer to see it because I know my eyeballs can focus, the camera cannot. So now you'll hear me yelling from really far away or just watch them flash through a sequence. Doubles. Left. Right. Stopping. Darkness. Ta-da! Well, I'd say that went pretty well. Now, I figure we're at least 100 feet away back here because I have a 100-foot extension cord. They hold decent release. Don't want to break the backs because, well, they're plastic. But I know I'm using a 100-foot extension cord to go from a plug inside this cinder block building here up to the truck to plug it in at night because, you know, it's kind of winter. You see the snow around. Well, that's a good deal. Good deal. So it is that simple. You just plug them in and go. And to shut them off, see, they got these power indicators down here. That those were flashing before I hit the brakes before. See that flash right there? It says it's on, and that's how many levels of battery it has. I wonder what happens when we unplug the receiver. Well, it's in there good. Okay, well, receiver's out. They still flash. So power off. Are they just waiting or something? Let's go get the good book of notes. We can turn them on, but we can't turn them off. Press once to shut down after use. Or, after an hour, it'll shut off by itself. Definitely going to keep this in the box. I don't feel like leaving these outside because in the cold it could be hard on these batteries, so I'll put these back in the house. So just be able to press the button and we'll see if the flashing stops. So those on the bottom, there's license plate lights. That seems to have stopped flashing. This one flashes much quicker, I think. It cycles faster. We'll watch it for a few more seconds. I know this is so exciting, right? All the waiting. Now I need to find something to haul for a while. Let's see what we got coming up. That'll be on the end of this video, pulling this around. But, I mean, so far, right out of the box, they seem solid enough, what I could expect for Oriental manufacturing. See how waterproof that button is. That plug, I think it'll do a good job keeping the water out of there. I don't plan on using these in the rain much. But these are backup lights for if the, say, cattle trailer goes haywire, because, you know, cows like to try to chew on the lights sometimes. That's just what cattle do. Chew on the wiring. We'll put these out of their reach. They can't chew on the wiring. What are they going to do with a radio signal? Not a darn thing. That's what they're going to do. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Pack this back in here nicely. I like the carrying case. And we'll all take a guess at what the brand is on these. Is it marked on the back? Nope. Nobody wants to own up to the branding on this. Like I said, I looked at many of these on Amazon.